If you're like most investors, then you're looking for the next company or industry that's going to help your portfolio take off and provide those double-digit returns each year upon each year. Today's video, I'm covering 3 top industries that have the potential to grow double digits each year for the next 10 years. The first industry is space exploration, which is expected to grow 10% each year until 2027. Elon Musk with SpaceX and Richard Branson with Virgin Galactic really have been the pioneers in this industry and has brought this attention to what we now see as what some analysts are saying it could be a $1 trillion industry. But while popular and exciting companies like Virgin Galactic and now SpaceX have been really dominating the headlines and bringing a lot of attention to this industry, there are several other companies that are kind of involved with the space exploration that are projected to be just as successful as Virgin Galactic. The first one I'm talking about is Iridium Communications, or ticker symbol IRDM. Iridium Communication provides voice and data connectivity through a constellation of over 66 cross-linked satellites. They basically keep people and things connected in the land, in the air, or over the sea. With communication solutions they provide to customers that range from satellite phones to broadband, they are one of the most trusted communication companies out there for pilots, humanitarians, first responders, governors, and really anything across the world in remote locations. This is how good their stock has been here lately. They have outpaced the S&P 500 index over 700% just this past 5 years. Most of the analysts, when you go to these financial websites, are projecting them to be in a great position to have a long-term run over the next several years. If planes, boats, trains, and government operations need one thing to be successful, that is communications. And I think Iridium Communications is in a fantastic position to really continue to expand and be in a great position for long-term growth. The next company we're talking about as far as space exploration is Lockheed Martin, or ticker symbol LMT. Lockheed Martin recently jumped into the space race when it announced this past year they had bought Aerojet Rocketdyne propulsion systems. Of course, unfortunately for most average Joe investors, their stock price is trending higher than what we like to see for the initial buy-in. Their stock right now is trading over $300 a share, but they've seen a steady increase of around 300% in the past 5 years. But take away the space industry, Lockheed Martin has been one of the largest, most dependable U.S. Department of Defense contractors in the past 10-20 years. They have everything you can think of, especially when it comes to aircraft. Anything from fighter jets to cargo planes and unmanned aerial aircraft, the list goes on and on. These contracts alone, just dealing with the aircraft, bring in billions of dollars each quarter alone for the company. Then you add to the fact they have artificial intelligence, satellite capabilities, weapons systems. The list goes on and on, really making them a diverse company and what they can bring in as far as revenue. Although the S&P 500 index has performed better than them overall the past 5 years, I think with space exploration, this could really be the boost that Lockheed Martin needs to really shoot up that stock price and help the company continue to grow. And then the next industry we're going to focus on is green energy. As we all know, the world is becoming more and more of a greener place and really focused and placing emphasis on climate control and climate pollution reduction. President Biden, just in his administration, has announced climate control one of his priorities with his recent announcement trying to make the entire federal fleet of vehicles all electric. So regardless of your position on climate control, it is obvious that this is an industry that is in a position that has already made a lot of money, and that is in a position to continue to make a lot of money, at least in my opinion. But unfortunately with this industry, there are tons and tons of companies that you can invest in, so I'm obviously not covering every single green energy company. I'm just going to cover a few highlights, or at least one of the most popular, or two of the most popular companies that really has been on my radar. The most popular stock right now when it comes to green energy, in my opinion, is Plug Power, which is a leader right now in hydrogen and fuel cell energy. Their stock just completely exploded this year, surging over 1,500% alone. Guys, it went from being a penny stock this time last year to now trading over 60 bucks at the time of this video. Of course, signing a deal with a major automaker will really kind of help this company surge, if anything. Back in January this year, it was announced they partnered with the French automaker Renault, I hope I pronounced that correctly, to provide fuel cell supplies to the company. And the next company I'm talking about in this industry is Nextera Energy, or ticker symbol NEE. Nextera is currently the world's largest producer of wind and solar energy. Just this month, Nextera Energy Incorporated announced it had been named to Fortune's 2021's list of the most admired companies, and it ranked #1 in the electric and gas utilities industry for the 14th time in 15 years. Also, of course, they have not been as explosive as Plug Power, but Nextera has seen a nice steady increase of over 500% in the past 10 years. And really, when I look at a company that has other, they are part of a huge company in Florida, they have other areas of revenue far as their nuclear and their coal industry. So when I look at this growth, this steady increase over the past 5 years, it really kind of makes me feel better as an investor. Obviously, I like to see the growth as Plug Power and surge of 1,500% a year. That really helps my portfolio. But I'm okay with nice steady growth. It tells me they're doing something right, and they're slowly building a company and kind of get acclimated in this new industry of green energy. Then the last industry that I'm going to cover briefly is fintech. Of course, COVID-19, in my opinion, really jump-started the growth of these companies and really forced the entire world to become more dependent on digital transactions and digital commerce. Analysts are saying that digital commerce is on pace to continue its double-digit returns over the next several years. We saw companies like PayPal, Square, Visa just completely shred what analysts thought that they were going to do last year, with providing insane returns to their stock price. For example, PayPal increased over 100% this year alone, but Square actually doubled what PayPal did and had over a 200% gain. Although these major companies seem to dominate the headlines, guys, there are other multiple large-scale companies such as American Express, Apple Pay, Discover, that are really in a great position to grow as we become even more dependent on these digital transactions. Here's the deal. Obviously, these are not the only companies that are going to experience nice growth over the next couple of years. There are many more out there. These are some that I want to list as that I either own or I'm about to purchase into to really add to my portfolio to hopefully I get those double-digit returns over the next 10 and possibly 20 years. And if you like returns in your portfolio, go ahead and do the channel a favor and hit that like button, and it really helps our channel grow as well as our portfolios grow. As always, guys, please be careful when it comes to investing. If you don't understand how the stock market works or different strategies, please do your own research or consult with a financial advisor. These are just my personal opinions. Thanks for watching the video. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.